guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me, life update, channel update kind of a thing. I'm just doing some hairspray. So I just want to talk about life and what I want to do for my channel and life as a mommy, things like that, what you guys can expect going forward on my channel. So let us get started. Life has changed. I have a baby girl. Today is her 1 month birthday, if you want to call it a birthday. So she's a month old today, and I have definitely had to change my life, like the way I do things. And this is only the third time I filmed in a month. So that's why I'm just going to be getting ready while I talk to you. And I'll tell you what I'm using, but this isn't about the makeup. So I'm using the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, like as a primer. So I may have to stop filming because my daughter is sitting in her swing right now. She wasn't sleeping. She's just kind of chilling. So I might have to stop. You might hear her. I might have to pick her up during this video. But that's kind of life right now. I'm using my Bobbi Brown corrector in Peach. I'm going to be filming 1 month postpartum. I'm going to be filming my Sephora Playbox. I'm going to be filming... probably go ahead and do my empties video, and then depending on how quiet baby girl is, I might film more. But yeah, I've only filmed 3 times since she was born. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover in 307 Sand Beige. I didn't love this foundation, but I'm going to try it one more time. I only tried it the once that I did the review. I only tried it the one time that I filmed the review, so... This is a Real Techniques buffing brush. But yeah, so I am going to film, like I said, the 1 month postpartum updates. I don't want this whole thing to be about how the baby's doing or what it's like to be a mom, because that's going to be in that video. And I want you to watch both, obviously. But I will just give you a brief thing. She's healthy, I'm healthy, exclusively breastfeeding. She's not sleeping through the night, but last night was the first night that she only woke up one time between like 10 and 6. So that was pretty amazing. The most I've slept is like 4 or 5 hours in a row. That's pretty standard. She usually sleeps from like 10 to 2 or 10 to 3. It's like pretty much her norm. But last night she slept till almost 4. It's amazing. Anyway, need a little bit more foundation. That was the foundation, I swear. So we're just getting by, and she's healthy, I'm healthy. Sleep is kind of the only thing that I'm struggling with. I mean, sometimes my body gets a little achy, but that's just from carrying her, holding her, and baby wearing and all that. So this foundation looks really white because I've been getting sun, so my shoulders are kind of tan, but that's okay. I just realized what is wrong with this. I don't have my mirror. I'm like trying to use the viewfinder and I can't really see what I'm doing that well. So yeah, this foundation is too light for me. Oh well, I'll move my mirror a little bit so it's out of your way. But if I'm looking over here, that's why. What can you expect from my channel now that I'm a mom? I still have 3 weeks off of work, so I'm gonna try to film a little bit and get ahead again. We'll see how well that works out. It's really just a matter of like if she naps well during the day. So my husband is home. He's working in the room next to me, and she is in her swing. So I'm hoping that she stays asleep, because if she does, then I can just keep filming. She usually takes like a 2-hour nap in the morning, so it's just how many I can film every day during her nap time. But the thing is, I have to have makeup on to film, and I do not get ready every day. Like, I get ready about 1 or 2 days a week, so I'm not going to be filming every day. But also, occasionally I get a babysitter when grandma comes over, so I could maybe do it then, but then I have to have makeup on. So let me know, guys, how do you feel about me filming videos where I don't have makeup on? Like, if I'm just chatting with you, do you care? Like, would that make you think I'm not a good beauty blogger because I don't wear makeup every day? Because that's honestly what keeps me from filming a lot. Also, many of you will be happy to know that I'm just kind of blending the brush. There's nothing else on it. I'm like 90% sure that I'm not going to be doing planner videos anymore. I have not touched my planner, like written in it, since March, and it's end of June. So I don't use it for the function that a planner should be used for. So in that case, I just kind of feel like, why am I filming these anymore? I'm not using it for function, I'm just using it for decorative purposes. So I'm not going to be filming those anymore. And they cost me money, and they only get like 10 to 30 views every week. So not worth it. This is traditional medicinals mother's milk tea. I'm using that to help me make more milk. Using the NARS Radiant Creamy Conceal in vanilla. Maybe a little too light for me right now, but I'm gonna make it work. Just gonna use that same foundation brush. So I'm not gonna be doing planner videos anymore. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to do 5 videos a week anymore. If you remember, the first year that I had my channel, I did 7+ videos a week. I did over 365 in 1 year. I have about 9 something or 1,000 videos on my channel right now in 3 years. So I have been very consistent. Like even when I go on like my 18-day honeymoon, I still put out 15 videos or something. This is the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Touch Pen in 2.5. It's like a yellowy shaded highlighter pen thing. Honestly, it's probably expired and I don't really even like it. But I'm just, basically I've been doing my makeup downstairs when I do it, because that's where the baby is and she'll sleep in her little like playpen, pack and play thing. And so I just bring down a few products and get ready down there. So I don't have to move her, because if I move her into another thing that she's sleeping in, chances are she's going to wake up. So I've actually been bringing down this. It's not full. It's a big, like a filing folder type of thing. And it was just the only thing that was big enough. So like this is a fake book that I used to use as decorative in my living room. And I have put like products in it. I have, this is eyeliner, mascara, eyeshadow base, brows, setting spray, and lipstick, and then one little compact in here. And then that has like face in the box with brushes. So I just bring that in my skincare. I bring that downstairs and then I get ready out of that. So today I'm in my office in my makeup room. And so I'm wanting to use products that are not in that box because I never get to use them because I'm never up here. Long story. But anyway, also for my channel, I'm going to be using this Bobbi Brown Sheer Finished Pressed Powder in number 1, Pale Yellow. Just a pale yellow powder. I have hit pan on this. And this is a Sigma tapered highlighter brush, F35. I gotta speed this up. I'm just setting my under eyes. I'm not actually going anywhere today, so this makeup is just for filming purposes. But like I said, I wanted to film several videos, so it's worth it. So this is very brightening. Now my face looks so white. Look at my shoulder compared to my face. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm going to bronze up a storm. Kind of excited to film today. Can you tell? Very excited. Okay, so I'm going to use a Cool Tone Contour. This is the Marc Jacobs Mirage Filter 40 Instamark. And it's like a duo. The contour and the highlighting powder. I should have used this highlighting powder actually now that I think about it. I'll use that same under eye setting brush that I used, the Sigma one. This is a dark contour powder. Like, I have to go very light-handed, and that's why I wanted to use the same brush that I used for my setting powder, because it still has some of that light color on it. Kind of blend it in. So you can tell here that has been contoured. This is not. So, anyway, yeah, I just think that 3 videos a week is pretty reasonable. I was doing 4 or 5, plus, but that was including planner videos. So now it'll be 3 that are going to be like mommy, lifestyle / like vlogs or whatever I want to put out, and then a couple of beauty videos. Oh, also, I will not be doing the Sephora Playbox unboxings anymore because I canceled my subscription. I am going to film my last unboxing today. I got that a couple days ago in the mail, and I just, like, one product out of the $10 that I'm going to be using, and it's mini. I don't want it. I end up regifting them, and it's just, like, not worth it. So this is a Milani Blush number 05 Soleil Baked Bronzer. It's like a very orangey, shimmery, glittery bronzer, kind of glittery, but it just gives you like a beautiful warmth, and that's what I need because my foundation is way too light for me today, so I want some warmth brought back in, so I'm doing like the perimeter of my face. But yeah, so my content's going to change a little bit. I'm still going to do empties and favorites every month, and then pretty much the rest of the month is just going to be whatever I feel like putting out. And I wish I could commit to a schedule. I used to do Sunday through Thursday, and then skip Fridays and Saturdays as like my days off, you know. I'm not sure that I can commit to that either. So, but I tend to put them out early in the morning. And I actually manually tell it when to upload. I know some people like schedule their uploads. I don't, because I always find that like sometimes I find a video that I pre-film everything, so like sometimes I'm weeks ahead, and then I'll have a video that I want to jump in order, and the times that I pre-scheduled the video, like I get mad because it ends up posting, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot about that one, and then I manually posted a different one all on my own, and then, so like I end up putting 2 up on the same day, I'm like, so. So I decided I'm just going to manually post all of mine. So I tend to do it early in the morning, like when I'm nursing, or before I before I was working. This is the Milani Luminoso Baked Powder Blush 05, and this is the It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Radiance Wand number 14. I've had this brush in my favorite so many times. So this is like a nice, warm, but glowy, kind of peachy blush. So yeah, I am just trying to be more realistic. So I'm still on maternity leave. I did have 8 weeks off, so I think I have 3 weeks left before I have to go back, and so that's kind of a bummer. I don't want to go back to work, but it is what it is. That's why I have to be realistic about what I can actually do consistently. I don't want to just have a week where I get up 8 videos and then a week where I get up none. So realistically, 3 maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, I just realized how intense my cheeks are. So I'm taking a clean brush. This is the Sigma powder brush, F10. I'm just taking a clean brush and kind of blending that out. And then I'm going to do some highlighter and prime my eyes. What do I want to use for highlighter today? I'll use this. I've never used it. This is the Trestique brand mini highlight stick. And I don't see a shade name on it, so still blending. So let's be real about like what life is like once you're a mom, like how it changes. For one thing, my skincare routine. What skincare routine? Like I don't even have one anymore. Like I'm just happy to crawl into bed at the end of the day. So this is the e.l.f. small tapered brush. I'm using that to blend that highlighter stick in. Yeah, I don't have time to like do like a 6-step nighttime routine. I'm just like, the baby's crying, and I'm like, bye, honey, and I go upstairs. We try to take shifts. I tend to be an early morning riser, and he's more of a night person, so we kind of did that with the baby. Like, if she cries between, like, the hours of, like, 9 and 11, or 9 and midnight, he takes her. And then when she wakes up, like, early, or in the middle of the night, I take her. So it's been working out. But, yeah, so skincare routine, no. Nope, doesn't happen. I just, like, honestly, you're lucky I brushed my teeth. Like, it's that bad. Where I'm, like, removing my makeup only with makeup wipes. Like, I don't stand over the sink for hardly anything anymore because I constantly got a baby in my arms. But, yeah. So that's kind of honest, right? It's the truth. And maybe I will get back into it once I'm, like, sleeping a lot. She is getting better with sleeping, so that's good. Right now I'm reaching for this. I guess I'm using this. This is the e.l.f. Smudge Pot in the shade Brownie Points. Ooh. And it is like a bronzy, brownish shade. This is dried out, actually. I think I will go ahead and zoom you in so y'all can watch. The white thing you see next to me is the drawer of my Alex drawers. My IKEA Alex drawers. Just doing a simple eye look, because I realize this is already going to be like a 20-minute video without me even doing brows or anything. So I'm going to do this as like a one shadow bronzy look and then blend it out. So let me zoom you in. Okay, so I zoomed you in. Yeah, I think this is the last time I'm going to be using this because it's like completely dried out. It's really pretty. If you haven't tried the e.l.f. Smudge Pots and you like cream eyeshadows or eyeshadow bases, you probably really like these. Admittedly, I haven't used this one in like a year or so. I have several shades though. I've used some of the other ones. But I've probably had these a couple of years. I bought a lot of makeup that first year that I was on YouTube. So what year was that? 2014. I started my channel in April of 2014, and then that, like the rest of that year, my student loans were still in deferment. I didn't have to pay them, and so I had money a lot. Like I would spend like $500 to $1,000 a month on makeup in 2014. I know, I'm crazy. No kids. I didn't have a car payment. Like I didn't have student loans. My student loan payments for my master's it's $600 a month for 10 years. So you get my point. I definitely had more money back then. And so I would spend a lot more. And I mean, we're fine now, don't get me wrong. I'm just wiping my hand on my makeup cloth. But I just spent more. I didn't have a kid. I wasn't married. So my money was my money kind of a thing. But I don't regret the changes I've made in my life. This is the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in the shade Toast, number 14. I'm going to use this as my transition. And this is the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush number 200. It's just like a really large shadow brush. But I'm going to use that to like buff and blend. Really warm. It's pretty. But yeah, so it's really awkward filming these because like nobody's there to talk back to you, so you just have to like remember where did you leave off, and I want to be boring. So tell me how you guys have been, what you've been doing in your summer, and if you have any questions for a Q&A. Like I've asked for questions for a Q&A for like years and I never get any, so I would like to film one now that we're parents, and I think that it would be fun to have my husband in it and talk about like life since we've been parents, but we haven't gotten any questions, so if you have any, send them over. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow in Moonlight Serenade, and it's like a really pretty shimmery whitish yellow. This is the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush in number 201. It's like a pointed, I don't know what you call this brush, but I'm just using it for my inner corner. Very golden. So I'm not going to use much of this on the brow bone because it's like super shimmery. I just don't want to reach for another product, so this will have to work. Oh, I got to do my brows. Brows time. What brow product do I want to use? I'll use the Benefit Ka-Brow. This is shade number 3, Cream Gel Brow. So it's like a, get the brush included, a little pot, brush. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, what else do you guys want to know? Like, have you been liking the pregnancy series? Because those videos got a pretty good amount of views. And so life update. How is life going to work when I have this baby and I go back to work? So my mom is going to take the baby, I should say Daisy, since you guys know her name now. I'm so used to like not saying her name because for a long time we knew the name but we hadn't announced it. So when I film I just always say the baby or our baby girl or whatever. Anyway, so my mom's going to have her like 1 day a week maybe 2, depending on when she's babysitting the grandkids, her other grandkids. Daisy is my mom's 5th grandbaby, and she watches all of them. Just depends on the day. And her husband's retired, and she works from home, so like they're both home all day every day. So just, you know, the kids kind of get dropped off and picked up throughout the day. You know, people work staggered hours. One of them's a teacher, so they don't work during the summer, so she doesn't have them. One, you know, some of them work every other weekend and 1 weekend a month, and they kind of stagger their hours. So my mom has kids sometimes, and then the days that she's not there, baby's gonna go to my my in-laws' house, which is just a few miles away. And so yes, my husband works from home full time, and I work from home half time, but not allowed to have the kids at home. Kids at home while working. So I gotta blend that out. That's pretty intense, huh? I love this product though. It's like the perfect color for me. A little bit warm, but yeah. So yeah, she's gonna be babysat every day by grandparents, so that's really nice. You know, we don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna take what's left on this brush and do a little bit. It's a brow product, but I'm gonna do it as my lower lash line brown liner. And then sometimes she'll be there with her cousins, my sister's kids. So that'll be nice. I think it's important for her to have, you know, social gatherings. And she has one cousin who is 3 months older than her, and then one that's like 1 year and 2 months older than her, 2 years and 2 months older than her, and 3 years and 2 months older than her. So she's got like a lot of cousins. Doing a spoolie to lighten those out a little bit and blend it. So I tend to work like 7 to 4 or 7:30 to something like that, and then I'm home half the days. The days I'm in the office, like 2 days, maybe 3 days a week, are gonna be hard. So I have to get up at like 5 or 5:30, and I am exclusively breastfeeding, and I don't want to have to pump all the time. I do want to like feed her from the boob. So I'm gonna feed her in the morning before I go, and then send her to grandma with bottles for the day. And then if I work from home, I might go and see her at lunch and feed her, because they only live a few miles away on my lunch. Depending on what else I have to get done. I might see that lunchtime as like my break. And so I might, you know, run errands or whatever I need to do. Go to the grocery store if I have an hour off. So, and I didn't used to like make that a priority. I'm trying to pick an eyeliner. I didn't used to make that a priority. Like me being able to take a long lunch, like, I mean, not long lunch, but you know what I'm saying, like it's my mirror. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua XL eye pencil in M10 black liner. Like, I would skip my lunch and just work through it, because I'm salary and nobody makes me step away, you know, but I think now that I have a kid, I'm gonna have to, like, pump breast milk during that hour, or, you know, run to the grocery store, or do laundry, or whatever I need to do when I don't have the baby, you know. Maybe just, since my husband's home too, maybe we'll just spend that hour together, go out to lunch or something as date night. We used to have date night, but with the baby it's hard to do that, so maybe we'll just have date lunch instead. But yeah, so that, and then I gotta try to get this kid to sleep earlier, because right now she's going to bed like around 10. If I'm getting up at 5 and being up in the middle of the night, I need to go to bed a little earlier. So if you guys have any advice for new parents, I would love to hear it. Anything that helped get you through going back to work, or, you know, transitioning through the ages, or what was your favorite age for your kids? Anything you want to see on my channel, stuff like that. Let me know. Alright, so I like this liner. I think that's only the second time I've used it. I got it in a Sephora Play box, which is like one of the few products that I've gotten in the last year that I actually use, because I don't know. Some of the, like, every month pretty much I get a moisturizer and a primer, and I use those. That's like the Milk Makeup Primer that I'm using, that I used today. This is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I'm using that. What do I want to put on my lips today? Still thinking. So yeah, I still haven't ventured out without my husband with the baby. Like, I've never left with her. Because for the first 2 weeks I wasn't allowed to drive, and then lifting her in the car seat, she was very heavy, and I had had a C-section, and that just didn't sound fun. I've only left her a few times. Like, I've gone to the grocery store. Even when I went to the doctor, I brought her with me, with my husband. We all went together. She's pretty good in public, pretty good in her car seat. Like, she usually sleeps through the whole thing. Once we took her to Denny's with us for dinner. Like, we got breakfast for dinner. And she cried the entire time we were at the restaurant. I had to nurse her at the table, and that's awkward. Did you guys breastfeed in public, and are you shy about that? How do you feel about it? I covered up, but I didn't have... Like, I use my breastfed pillow to nurse her. It just helps me get her at the right height and position and supports my arms and stuff. And I was using a nipple shield at that time still, and I didn't have one, and it's just really, it was painful. This was a few weeks ago, you know, when I was pretty new at this. I think she was only like a couple weeks old. But yeah, that was really hard. Like, I had to like stand and bounce her in the restaurant. I'm like standing there rocking her. I'm like, okay, this is not what I imagined, because usually she sleeps when we go out in public. But I just really wanted French toast, so we went to Denny's. The dog is barking. Luckily, the baby sleeps through the dog barking, so that's nice. This is the Bobbi Brown lip gloss in Kir Sugar, K-I-R, sugar number 7. It's really pretty. I haven't been wearing a whole lot of lip products either, because I feel like I'm constantly kissing the baby, or she'll like reach her hand up and touch my face. I also used to take my foundation down my neck and stuff a lot, and like down to my chest, because I'm not the same color. And I've stopped doing that too, because I don't want to give her like acne or something, because my makeup touched her face. I do baby wear, and so she's like pressed up against my chest all the time. But yeah, this is it. I'm just going to do a setting powder. I'm not going to do a setting powder. I'm going to do a setting spray. See, this lip gloss is pretty pigmented on its own. Isn't it pretty? I swatched it in Sephora around the VIB sale. I was like, I have to have that. It's just like my perfect lip gloss shade. I'm into matte lips, like when I want to like be kissing and everything. So I should be wearing those more with a baby. But honestly, like, I just like the feel of gloss. I like having it on. I like my lips feeling hydrated. I really like how it looks more. I think you look more polished. Literally polished. Oh, speaking of polish, my nails kind of look like crap, but that's real life. I put these on last Saturday, and it's now Friday. So this is Zoya nail polish. I'm really impressed with Zoya polishes. If you guys haven't tried them, I've been talking about them since last year, but you should try them. They're really good. Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. And we're done. So this is it. This is the simple, kind of like a one shadow look, but I guess it was 3 shadows. This is the brow bone, the transition, and then a lid shade. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching and catching up. Like I said, give me questions for a Q&A. Give me your parenting tips about raising a baby, swaddling, getting them to sleep better through the night, going back to work. Any tips you guys have. Any questions, how you feel about no planner videos, how you feel about the new schedule, if you have a preference on the days of the week that I post or time of the day that I post, because I can schedule posts, or if you've been liking your Sephora Play box, if you've canceled, stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Check out my postpartum updates. It's coming soon. Sephora Play box, one more coming, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.